Rosewood Village stirred with an excitement it hadn't felt in years. The Drakes, a family of impeccable lineage and staggering wealth, had returned to their ancestral estate after a long absence. Leading them was Nathaniel Drake, unmarried, imposing, and reportedly as proud as he was handsome. For Amelia Harrow, eldest daughter of a respectable but modest family, the news meant little. She was far more interested in her books, her painting, and her long walks in the meadows than in the scheming social games the village played. But fate, as always, had other plans. At the season's first ball, held in the grand hall of Rosewood Manor, Amelia's life shifted forever. The hall glittered with chandeliers, and the air buzzed with perfume and whispered gossip. Amelia wore a gown of soft lavender, simple, but perfectly complementing her dark hair and sharp brown eyes. She stood by the refreshment table, laughing with her closest friend, Margaret, when she first saw him. Nathaniel Drake. He was surrounded by a small circle of eager young women and sycophantic gentlemen. His presence commanded the room without effort. Their eyes met, and something unspoken passed between them. A clash, an understanding, a dare. But moments later, as she moved within earshot, she overheard him say to his cousin, "She is tolerable, but not enough to tempt me." The words cut deep, though Amelia told herself she did not care. Still, something inside her hardened. She would never, ever, forgive him that slight. From that night onward, Amelia and Nathaniel seemed destined to clash at every meeting. At a luncheon hosted by the local squire, they sparred verbally over the merits of modern poetry. At a charity auction, they both bid aggressively on the same rare edition of Shakespeare's sonnets, each refusing to back down until Nathaniel, with a mischievous bow, allowed her to win, leaving Amelia furious rather than triumphant. Yet despite the sharpness of their exchanges, neither could deny the pull between them. Nathaniel, for all his hauteur, found himself captivated by Amelia's spirit, her refusal to flatter or fawn. She was unlike any woman he had known, and it unsettled him. Amelia, against her will, found herself thinking of Nathaniel's fleeting smiles, the rare softness in his voice when speaking of his late mother, his unexpected tenderness toward children and animals. Still, pride was a stubborn shield. Neither would yield first. The deeper Amelia looked, the more she saw that Nathaniel Drake was not the man society whispered about. When her younger sister Clara was caught in a compromising situation, a foolish flirtation with a fortune hunter, it was Nathaniel who acted behind the scenes to save the family's reputation. Without seeking praise, without even informing Amelia, he paid the scoundrel's debts, arranged a quiet settlement, and ensured Clara's safety. Amelia only discovered his intervention weeks later, by accident. Her heart was a maelstrom of emotions, gratitude, shame, and an ache she dared not name. One golden evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Nathaniel found Amelia alone in the rose garden behind the Harrow estate. He approached slowly, uncertainty in every step. "Miss Harrow," he began, voice low and rough, "I have struggled against my feelings for you, struggled because I feared you despised me, because I feared to offer my heart where it might be scorned." Amelia, stunned, said nothing. "But I can struggle no longer," he continued. "You have bewitched me, body, mind, and soul, and if you can look beyond my foolish pride, I would be honored beyond words to call you my wife." Tears welled in Amelia's eyes. For a moment all her old anger flared, the memory of his slight, the months of tension, but it was drowned swiftly by the undeniable truth of her own heart. "You are the last man in the world I ever thought I could love," she whispered. "And yet, I do." Nathaniel stepped closer. Slowly, reverently, he took her hand in his. In the gathering dusk, two proud hearts finally surrendered, not in defeat, but in triumph. Their union was not perfect. There were arguments, misunderstandings, bruises left by years of mistrust, but their love, tested, tempered, and earned, was a fire neither time nor hardship could extinguish. Amelia and Nathaniel became the heart of Rosewood. Together they proved that pride, when balanced by respect and love, could build a marriage as strong as it was passionate, and when their first daughter was born, a fierce, laughing child with her mother's wit and her father's stubbornness. They knew they had won the most important victory of all.